been a good ride. It's been fun to come here and play here in New York. I've loved the opportunity, and I've enjoyed interacting with most of you sitting out here on various occasions, sharing stories and just talking baseball. Like I said, the New York experience is one like no other. And my father grew up a huge Mickey Mantle fan, so I had this preconceived notion of what playing in this city was like. And boy, was I in for a rude awakening when I finally did get here. But it's been a good ride, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your patience over the years. I know at times I've been hard to get along with, at times not so much, but it's been fun interacting with you guys. And just make no mistake, this is my last trip in, and I'm in awe of the attention that this series is getting, but it is much appreciated. I tell them, for me, every Major League ballpark is somewhat of a cathedral, but that one holds a special place for me. Number one, the playing on this stage, I've always said, is the most fun of anywhere you can play. It doesn't matter whether it's at Shea Stadium or Yankee Stadium. But it holds a special place. I've played in some epic games in that ballpark, whether it's my first home run, whether it's the first game after 9/11, whether it's the grand slam single that Ventura hit. I'm enough of a man to take a step back and realize when the other team does something special that it affects me as well. And a lot of the memories that I have of Shea Stadium aren't necessarily good ones, but I respect the fact that some pretty amazing players did some pretty amazing things, It's hard to compete with the first. So many good memories that I have of Shea Stadium are from that very first series, whether it was the 2-0 fastball that I got from Josias Manzanillo in the top of the ninth to help us win 3-2. Whether it was the home run I hit off Pete Harnish the very next day into their bullpen. But above even those, I think 9/11 was my fondest memory. That'll be a game that'll be etched in my memory forever. You're talking about two heated rivals. We didn't necessarily like each other all that much back then. And we got together before the game, and we came together, grown men shaking hands, giving hugs. I think we all as Braves knew that night we were in trouble, because we were not only playing a very good baseball team, but you just had the feeling that God and every other baseball god was on New York's side that night. And the matinee idol, Mike Piazza, ends up in the story of Homer that sent everybody home feeling great, feeling wonderful. We've done our jobs as baseball players to entertain people, but we had gone, I feel, above and beyond just the normal day's work, in that we owed it to the city of New York and the Northeast United States to help heal a little bit, help take people's minds off of it. A terrible tragedy for a couple hours, and it was a riveting game from start to finish. You had 50 guys out there that were going at it pretty hard, and ultimately. We'll have to send her that press conference with Biggio about it. He presented me with a cowboy hat in Houston when I went down there the second series of the year, and we were standing around the batting cage, And I asked him, I go, do you have any regrets? And he said, not in the least. I was ready. I was ready to start the next chapter of my life. I was ready to coach my kids. I was ready to go to games. And you know, I've said this many times, people don't really realize that, you know, the tug of family life really starts to hit you, you know, late in the 30s and now at 40, because, you know, the kids are starting to play baseball, they're starting to play football, they got school plays. I've never been on a spring break vacation. I've never been on a summer vacation with my kids. Those are all things that
One, from the Mets organization, I'd like to say thank you for the way you've conducted yourself, what you've done. The body of work, as you said, is very impressive. Unfortunately, it left a lot of Mets fans' hearts broken at times. I did ask you before, you definitely are retiring before we give you anything. I can tell you your son has more Mets things in his room than mine does. But we had Charles Fazzino make a replica for you in a really nice painting here, and something that hopefully you'll be able to enjoy as the years go on and think back of what the Mets and your relationship with us meant and how that does. So hopefully this is something that you'll enjoy. Thank you.